Okay, hello there. Seagull kayaks. They can get leaks. It's not something I've normally had a problem with. The only really major leak I've ever had before was when I dropped a tip of a knife on the floorboard, on the floor of another kayak I have. And I was able to fix that and patch it, and it's lasted for several years with no problem. So on this kayak, we have two leaks. This one I've had really almost since I got this kayak less than a year ago up here. Now this isn't really a big deal. I wouldn't really go to the trouble just for this spray skirt thing up here, but since I'm going to be testing for leaks, I might as well try and find where it is. It's this tube here that has got a slow leak to it. It's already soft, really way too soft, and last time I used it, it really was getting way too soft for me to have it out very far. So the plan is I'm going to inflate both of these again as much as I can, and then I'm going to spray it with a soapy water solution to see if we can find the leak. Should see like little bubbles coming up from the soap solution. So that's the plan. So that's what we're going to. Okay, so I've got an empty Windex bottle here filled with dish soap and water. So now I'm going to spray it all around and see if I can find the leak. Okay, we found it, found the leak. Now not only does the Windex, you'll see bubbles, but you also will hear it better. If there's soap and water on top, you'll hear the hiss of the leak much easier. So here it is. It's right here. It's a little nick there. I don't know how that got there. Maybe from a hook, who knows. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to circle it so that I can find it. There's a little water on there, but that should be enough where I can see it. So now I can see it. So now I'm going to look for the other one because I haven't even been able to spray it yet. But at least I found it, so that was quick. Okay, I've found the leak here. Yeah, look, you can see the hole right there. Look. So that's visible, easy to see. I don't even know if I need to mark it. I probably will circle it though, but that's pretty easy to see. So we got our two holes identified. Now it's a matter of patching them up. So we're going to try. Okay, so this is a repair kit we're going to use. This is what normally comes with your Seagull boats, and if you use them up, you can order a replacement repair kit off Seagull. Maybe Amazon might have it, or eBay too. So all we're going to do is I'm going to cut a piece out of this material, and you want to round it off so it's round. You want it to completely cover the hole, but also be bigger than that. Probably go out 2 to 3 times radius bigger than the hole itself. And we're going to be using this solution. We'll be putting this in the hole, all around the hole, where we're going to glue on the patch. And then once we put the patch on, we're going to put the substance, spread it around the edges to seal the edges also. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get to it. Okay, so obviously this is nice and dry and clean. So I'm going to squeeze some out, put it right over the hole, and spread it out right over where the patch is going to be. Put it right on the patch, and I'm going to spread some more out along the edges. And it's drying quick already. It's getting tacky. I've got to get this squeezed down, pushed down. I have not added any air because I don't want any air pressure coming out. So I'm just putting it all around to hold the patch down. So I got to hold it. And you want to make sure it's not coming up. It looks like it's staying down. I'm just going to put a little extra on. And I'm going to go wash my finger off before I do the other one. Yeah. Okay, so I've cut out my two little circles, and that's what we're going to. Okay, now we're going to do this one. This one's trickier because of where it's at. It's kind of in a folded, creased area. So this is going to be difficult to do. This will be harder for this to hold than the other one, which was more in a flat area. So I'm going to put a big glop there. Spread this around, get on the edges. This is just harder for it to fit. It's, you know, going to pop out. Oh, a nice wind there. So we'll see. This will be more difficult, but we'll give it a shot. One thing I did want to point out, you may want to check if you've had a repair kit for quite a while. You want to check these glue bottles, because one of the ones I had, it didn't feel right when I was squeezing it. It just didn't feel right, and indeed when I opened it up and tried to start it, nothing came out. It was dried out. So I had to go to another one, a second one, and it was fine. You could tell just by feeling it that it was fluid-like, and it worked fine. So you may want to, don't assume that that didn't happen, that your glue didn't dry out. So you definitely want to check that, and if it dried out, you want to order another one, a replacement, or it's not. Okay, so they're all on. I wasn't really satisfied how it was looking. It looked like the edges of some of them were just up too high, that like weren't sealed off. So what I did is I just squeezed some more of the glue right around the edges of all, a nice big glop, just to again get another seal after it had partially dried. So I did that on both. So this one, like I said, I thought would be a problem, and we'll see. So we're just going to have to see. I'm going to let this dry a few hours, and then I'm going to inflate, and we'll see if it can hold air. So that'll be... Okay, it's the next day. I've actually let this cure for about 24 hours. That's what this one looks like. A little bit sloppy work, but that's kind of how I did it the last time on the other boat, and it's lasted many years. So that's how that looks. And that's how this looks. Unfortunately, I had some rain last night that came in. It wasn't helpful, but it looks like it's staying on. So we'll see. So now I'm going to pump it up. So we're going to pump it up, and probably have to just leave it out all night because it's late in the afternoon, early evening right now. So we're going to pump it up so it's nice and hard, somewhat hard. You don't want these too hard. Get a little harder. Got to really test it here. Okay, that feels pretty hard. So, not feeling any air coming out here. So that's good. And then we'll just do the other one, and then we're going to give it till tomorrow afternoon really, and I'll see if it's still... Okay, we'll give the skirt, blow that up, see if this holds. This is going to be a lot harder. I think I hear something. Let's see. It's down here, because you can't see it when it's inflated. I'm not feeling any air coming out. We'll see. I'm just going to leave it inflated like that. So we'll check. Okay, and then 24 hours later, the next day, it is still holding air pretty good. I mean, it's even better than the other side. So this one is a success. On the left tube, it's definitely working. You're going to have a little bit of air loss anyway if you let it sit out for a couple days, and it's still pretty good. This one, however, did not work, at least long term. There's a little bit of air in here, but not much. It's just this was at a really difficult place to seal off. I mean, it's like right in between these two things, just very difficult. So that's not a big deal. The spray skirt really doesn't matter to me anyway. It might stay inflated for an hour or two anyway, which was better than before. Before it was stayed inflated about 5 minutes or less. So anyway, I'd say fairly successful in what I did. Alright, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. Hopefully this helps. If you'd like to support the channel, click on Amazon link in the description box below. That'll help support the channel. Okay.